you are.
Yep, Charlene Samuels. I coordinate the Logan Ollie Epic Stakeholder Group for Carson Valley Children's Aid.
Can you spell your name for me?
Yep, Charlene, Samuels, Samuels.
And what do you think about smoking and how it relates to Philadelphia?
Well, I always knew smoking was just not a good thing. My mother, who is now deceased, had been a smoker for years and years and years and years, for a long time. And I always hated it. I think I used to just get so angry with her smoking, and in several occasions tried to, persuade her to stop. I mean, she finally did, but it was after she found out that she had a heart condition. But she did stop, so thank God for that. I know I tried to smoke when I was in the 7th grade. I remember standing in the schoolyard and took a couple of puffs, and I started gagging. So that let me know that wasn't for me. So I really think it's a bad habit, not a good habit. I wish, people would recognize that it's just not a good thing.
And what would you like to see happen in Philadelphia?
Frankly, I would like to see people not being allowed to smoke as they walking down the street. I mean, thank God they did move forward to stop it in most restaurants and other establishments, but I would like to even see it go a little further. If you want to smoke, you smoke in your house, because really smoking can affect all of us. And, our children, one thing that annoys me so is when I see a mother with a baby and she's smoking, got the baby in one hand, a cigarette in the other, and blowing smoke in the baby's face. That's a bit ridiculous. So I wouldn't want to even have to, I would like to see them move forward to not even allow that to happen, because it's just not good. It's not good.
Octavia Johnson.
And what do you think about smoking?
It's bad, very bad.
And why did you come out tonight?
Just for everybody to know that I agree with whatever you have to say. Pretty sure it's all good. Yeah, just really not good for you at all.
Do you know anybody who smokes? Anybody who got sick from smoking?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell me about them?
Some of them are very young, shouldn't be smoking in the first place. Some of them are older, try to quit, but like they said, it's addictive, so they keep coming back. Ink stopping and coming back. So, it's a process.
And what do you think the city should do to help?
Ban it. Well, at least try to ban it all together.
So ban it in public?
Yes.
And what instances do you see that maybe annoy you? Like what kinds of things do you see on the street?
Like say for instance, I'm in a store and you clearly know that the kid is underage, or they're at the age where you can buy one, but they pull out a school ID or something like that, and then you still buy them, you still let them get the cigarettes. They in school, it makes you think common sense. Don't let them get the cigarettes.
True. Was there anything else you wanted to add about smoking that I don't know to ask you?
It stink. If it stink badly. Yeah. Other than that, no.
I am Jada Kennedy.
Is that Kennedy common spelling?
Yes.
Okay. Jayda. Excellent. And what are you doing here today?
I'm here to learn anything else that I don't know about smoking that y'all going to tell me.
Great. And what do you think about smoking right now?
I think that it stinks, and it makes your hair stink and your clothes stink, and people shouldn't do it. It's a bad habit.
And as far as public policy and the city goes, what do you think the city can do?
I think they should make more as much awareness of it as they can. Besides little clubs and stuff, they should do a lot of outside work. Instead of no smoking signs all over, they should do bigger things. Have whole parades to tell people to stop smoking.
True. They're trying to put graphic images, a black lung, on cigarette packs now, so that when you buy them, you have to look at that. What do you think about initiatives like that?
I think that's a start. It's a good start. It's not bad. It's a good start, but I think people could do better. I don't know. I don't have exact ways. I could probably think of some, but I think we could do way better.
True. So do you know anybody who smokes? Do you have anybody in your family who's maybe gotten sick?
I don't have people that had got sick, but I have people that smoke. a lot, and it annoys me.
Why does it annoy you? Like, what about it?
It's just like, cause it stinks, and as much as you see it on TV, and you can still get secondhand smoke, you know that, like, and like people real close to me smoke. So if people real close to me smoke, and I'm always around them, by the time I get like 30, my lungs will be like halfway black by the time, and I'm already gonna have it.
True. And what do you think when you see somebody smoking on the street?
I think that they should step on it, and they should take it out their mouth and step on it, and go brush their teeth.
I'm Ramon Jones.
Jones, Jones.
Yes.
Ramon. Excellent. And what are you doing here tonight?
To attend the trip that I was on and learn about smoke.
Learn about smoking. I didn't know you guys were on a trip. Who brought you here and why?
My after school program.
Your after school program? What school do you go to?
Germantown High School, Promise Academy.
Promise Academy? Okay. And which person brought you here? Like, what's the name of the teacher or?
Mr. Hugh Dixon.
Okay. And do you smoke?
Yes. Yes, I do.
You do? Okay.
Not no more. I quit.
You quit? That's good, because I still smoke. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad. I
Real
feel
bad.
like crap all the time. So what do you think about smoking?
I think it's not good, but people had their reasons on why they be doing it, but yeah, it is bad, and it's a bad habit too. So yeah, it's not good to do.
What do you think about the city, like maybe telling people that it's not okay to smoke on the streets?
I think if that message was put out there, I don't think a lot of people would do it. I think some people would listen to it, but some people would probably still do it. But that's a good message. And I
Okay.
think they-
And say you were in charge of deciding what the public smoking policy was. Like, which rules do you like or think are fair for people?
I'm not sure. I think they shouldn't have it, but then in some ways they should have it because they legalize cigarettes for a reason. But otherwise, I don't think they should have them. Period.
Right. But people make a lot of money off of them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And workers get exploited and blah, blah, blah. It's a big, ugly circle. Was there anything else you wanted to add? Do you have any personal story about smoking that you wanted to share?
No.
No? Okay, that's good. You were spared.
My name is Manisha. That's my government, but everybody call me Jelena.
Okay. And I'm going to spell your name into my microphone so I don't get it wrong. Maniesha
Where you coming
Griggs. Come on, everybody's wearing name tags. Okay.
from? That's an O.
So, it's M-O. There we go. All right. So, what are you doing here today?
Learning.
And how did you end up here?
How to end up here or how to end up going here? Like,
How'd you end up here to come to the smoking forum tonight?
oh, well, I just started working at Germantown. My best friend Janella, she told me about it. And I just found out they had a trip today, so I had to hurry up from my home and sign my trip slip in. Hello.
Excellent. And what do you think about smoking?
Smoking? Well, I did think it was bad, but I was so around it since I was little because my whole family does that, so it don't like faze me anymore.
Okay.
So I guess I'm a secondhand smoke.
So you get some secondhand smoke, and how do you feel about that?
How I feel about that? Let's see. Well, I'm immune to it. I used to get sick, but now I'm immune to it, so it don't really matter. They do what they do.
Do you smoke?
Do I smoke? No, that would hurt my body.
Do you think the secondhand smoke hurts your body?
Yeah, like it'll hurt my lungs and stuff. But I try to move away from that, but it's so hard. It's all around.
Okay. So tonight we're going to be talking a lot about like maybe what the city should do to get people to stop smoking, because the statistic in Philly is that 1 in 4 smoke. So, what do you think the city should do to get people to stop smoking or to get them to stop smoking in public?
Let's see. I mean, I know everybody, like, in different states is making laws. So I guess they should make a law not to smoke in public. And a lot of people, it's cheap, so I guess they should raise prices.
True. That's what they've done in other cities. But a lot of times it's like, cigarette smoking is an addiction and we should be able to do whatever we want to our own bodies, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so do you think we're maybe imposing on people's rights, or you think that smoking is just so bad that it doesn't matter?
Well, some people, they selfish and stubborn, so they won't really listen. But I know my mom stopped smoking, and to make her stop smoking, she ate like a lot of seeds. It really helped them, with the chewing and stuff like that. But I know cigarettes don't chew, but you know what I mean. And let's see, I don't know, just like, because I think they would know that why you don't want them to smoke cigarettes, like why they know like you have to drink alcohol at 21 and why you should get your license at 16. So I think they would understand where they're coming from quite a time.
My name is Hugh Dixon. I'm the site coordinator for the Education Works High Step Beacon Center at Germantown High School.
Excellent. So Hugh, H-U-G-H, Dixon, D-I-C-K.
D-I-X-O-N.
D-I-X-O-N. Got it. That's why I always ask. And what are you doing here today?
Well, I came because of the Smoke Signals Forum. I brought a group of kids, and it's a little special to me because I lost my father to smoking. My father was W. Randy Dixon, was a radio personality and a journalist, and he had me late in life at 60, and passed when he was 63, because he smoked. There's not a picture that we have of him that he didn't have a cigarette in his hand. And back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, it was fashionable to smoke, but it killed my father and gave my mother cancer. So I'm particular about smoking and smoking around people, and my mother is still with us, but she quit cold turkey in the late 70s, and none of my friends, my wife, my kids, nobody around me smokes. I haven't seen a cigarette in such a long time that I wonder why other people still smoke.
Right. So what did you hope to give to the kids that you brought here today?
Well, I want them to understand. Well, first I want them to see the slides of the fact that 27% of the people in Philadelphia smoke, that a lot of the people that smoke, a lot of the deaths in Philadelphia are caused by smoking. I think it said 1 in 5 are caused by smoking. That's throat cancer, mouth cancer, lung cancer, arteriosclerosis, things like that. So, and I actually had a heart attack. I had 2 heart attacks, and I don't know how much those heart attacks were contributed by the secondhand smoke that I inhaled growing up. I don't know how that did, but I want these kids to understand how powerful the nicotine is and how it's more addictive than heroin and cocaine and alcohol, and realize that it's a real serious health factor.
Okay. And what would you like to see the city enact for their policies?
Well, I'm kind of conservative for those types of things. There's nothing that I don't think that anybody should smoke. I don't think smoking should be legal, and I think the only reason that it is legal is because tobacco companies make so much money that it would be hard to eliminate, just like having guns or alcohol. So I think that the government should or the city government should disallow smoking. But in a real world, I think at least post warnings where cigarettes are sold, and really give a large local tax. I was surprised to see that the Philadelphia doesn't have a large local tax, and to give a large local tax on cigarette smoking and let that money go towards something positive.
Great.
And that way people won't smoke.
Was there anything else you wanted to add that I didn't ask you?
No, just that it's good to have these types of forums for these young kids, and I know young people feel that they're invincible, that smoking doesn't hurt me, and what may not hurt you now, I'm at the point in my life where all the things that I did younger are coming back at me. So I want these kids to understand that things like smoking can hurt them as they grow older.
Manuel John.
John?
Yes.
Immanuel.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. And what do you think about smoking?
I don't like smoking. Smoking cigarettes, I like that. My friends, a couple of my friends smoke cigarettes. I don't like smoke cigarettes. I don't like the smell of them. So anytime they smoke cigarettes, I tell them, move that over there because I don't smoke.
Right.
I
So,
don't like the smell.
what about, do you worry about your friends? Like, why don't you want them to smoke besides the smell?
I really don't worry. Not really. But I still tell them, I just still ask them, like, why you smoke them? Whatever. But you do it anyway, so.
What do you think the city should do about smokers?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what to say. Like,
Right. Well, when you guys go back into the forum, they're going to be asking you questions about, like, all these different things. Like, maybe we could ban it in apartment buildings. So that way people couldn't even smoke in their own homes. Like, there's that part. And ban it in public parks and put warning labels, raise taxes, all these, like, different things that they could do. But maybe not your friends, but other people that you see on the street smoking. Does it annoy you when somebody walks by with a cigarette?
Not really.
Not really.
I really don't worry about it. Like, just let it, just let it fly.
Okay. But it's not for you.
No, it's not for me.
Why is it not for you?
Cause I never smoked a cigarette before, and I've heard about it, so I learned. My mom told me, mess up your lungs. So, and I have asthma. That's why.
True.
Smoke cigarettes.
That's another thing that you're going to talk about, like starting really young to tell kids that smoking is bad. How young do you think they should be?
To learn?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like probably, my little sister is 8, and she knows not to smoke. So, and I have about like 6 brothers and sisters. So.
You don't want them to smoke, right? No. Okay.
They know better.
Janella, go to Randolph.
Jynella Kennedy. Okay. And what do you think about smoking?
It's bad for you, and I don't like when people do it around me.
Why not?
I don't like the smell of it. Yeah, that's about it. I don't like the smell and stuff.
How do you feel when somebody walks by you on the street and is smoking a cigarette?
Move over.
Right on. So can you tell me about maybe a specific time where you wanted to tell somebody to put it out?
I was waiting for the 65, like, right there. And some old man started smoking or whatever. I ain't tell him to stop or nothing, but I just, like, moved over, like, near the street. Just left it alone.
So what do you know about smoking? If you, felt so compelled to go up to this old man and maybe say, hey, put it out. And he was like, why? Why should I stop smoking? What would you tell him?
Because he old and he already about to die, and smoking only going to make him die faster.
Okay. All right. And what do you think the law should be about smoking?
Only smoking, like, you can only smoke in, like, real limited places. Like, it depends on, like, if it's people around you, like, don't smoke. Like, you can only smoke if you, like, by yourself and outside.
Okay. And, was there anything else you wanted to add? Sorry. I'm getting bad at this now. No? Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
My name is Tyrese Hakeem Davis. I'm a teacher / education worker with Germantown High Step Program.
Great. And can you just spell your name for me?
Tyreece. First name Davis, Davis.
Great. And what do you think about smoking?
I really think smoking is something that nobody can change or do anything about. It's big business. It's a part of like American culture. To take away smoking, that's like taking away sports on Sunday. Basketball or something like that. Like, I don't think you can not do. A lot of people cannot do without smoking.
That's great. A lot of people. Nobody has ever said that in an interview. That's really cool. So what leads you to believe this? What do you see that makes you think it's just part of American culture?
Is everywhere. You got the billboards in the movies with your favorite models. Your favorite actors probably mention smoking. Your teachers, you might see them outside the classroom smoking. Bus drivers taking a break. It's like money. It's like having money here, right? Cigarettes.
Okay. And so what do you think should there be laws banning smoking?
No, I just think to decrease the amount of people that die from smoking, the prices should be higher. Because, if you jump from about $5 to $8 a pack, I hear a lot of people say, well, cigarettes go up to $6, $7, I'm quitting. So I think of like a $4 or $5 increase, that ought to do it. That'd probably cut the numbers in like half.
So do you smoke cigarettes?
No.
No? Okay. And what do you think when you see people smoking on the street?
I really look at it like that's their life. I don't really look at it as a bad thing because the government made it legal. And I just think that it's something that they just come accustomed to, like tying their shoes and brushing their teeth in the morning. Gotta have a cigarette.
Got it. Was there anything else you wanted to add that I didn't ask you?
I think there should be stronger laws or consequences for those who sell cigarettes to kids, to minors, because I think the minors are the ones who probably are a significant number of them smoking in the city, and I think they need to straighten up on that. Maybe have inspectors go by stores more often, or try to do something about the guys who sell them on the street illegally, because they serve a lot of kids with